The Conspiracy Part 1. In the quiet, prosperous village of Aromalu, life was simple yet harmonious. People gathered under the shade of the Udala tree to share tales, traded in the bustling marketplace, and celebrated the cycles of the seasons with colorful festivals. The village's pride was its sacred yam barn, where the first and best yams of the season were offered to the gods. Among the villagers was Ikamafuna, a humble farmer known for his integrity. He was neither wealthy nor powerful, but his good heart and hard work earned him respect. He lived with his aging mother, Neka, in a modest compound surrounded by his flourishing yam farm. For Ikamafuna, life was about planting seeds and reaping what he sowed, both in the soil and in his relationships. But peace is a fragile thing. One fateful morning, the village woke to alarming news. The sacred yam barn of the gods had been broken into, and the yams were gone. This barn was revered as a holy place, its contents meant to ensure a bountiful harvest for the entire community. To steal from it was not just a crime but a sacrilege, punishable by death. The elders convened immediately under the ancient Udala tree, their faces etched with worry. Villagers whispered in clusters, their voices a mix of fear and suspicion. Who would dare commit such an act? By midday, rumors began to circulate. A trader claimed he had seen a shadowy figure near the barn the previous night. Soon, whispers became accusations, and one name rose above the rest: Ikamafuna. Ikamafuna was oblivious to the storm brewing against him. He was on his farm, tending to his yams, when a group of warriors stormed into his compound. Their leader, a stern-faced man named Obadiah, pointed his spear at him. "Ikamafuna, you are under arrest for the theft of the sacred yams," Obadiah announced. "What?" Ikamafuna exclaimed, dropping his hoe. "This must be a mistake. I would never." "Silence," Obadiah barked. "You will speak before the elders." Dragged to the village square, Ikamafuna faced a crowd of villagers. Their once friendly faces were now masks of doubt and anger. Some murmured in disbelief, but others shouted accusations. "Why would I do such a thing?" Ikamafuna pleaded. "I honor the gods as much as anyone here." The chief elder, Obi Chikwudi, raised his hand, and the crowd fell silent. "This crime is a sacrilege, and only the gods can reveal the truth," he declared. "Ikamafuna, you will face the oracle at sunrise tomorrow. Until then, you will remain in the village prison." As the warriors led Ikamafuna away, a voice rang out from the crowd. It was Azina, the wealthy trader. "I saw him near the barn that night," he proclaimed, his voice loud and accusatory. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Ikamafuna's knees buckled. "That's not true," he shouted. "I wasn't near the barn." But his protests were drowned out by murmurs of the villagers. Some turned their faces away, while others glared at him with a mix of anger and betrayal. Thrown into the dark, damp prison, Ikamafuna sat on the cold ground, his heart heavy with fear. Who had set this trap? And why? The walls of the cell seemed to close in around him, the weight of the accusations pressing down on his chest. As he rested his head against the wall, the faint light of the moon streamed through the prison bars. Suddenly, he noticed a shadow moving outside the window. His heart skipped a beat. Was someone there? Before he could call out, the shadow disappeared, leaving only the faint sound of footsteps echoing into the night. As the moonlight faded, the shadow outside Ikamafuna's prison vanished into the night, leaving behind only an eerie silence. What awaited him at sunrise, he did not know. But one thing was certain, this was far from over. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and follow for part 2.